Hello everyone. So in my last video, we talked about how staying in your comfort zone is slowly killing you. And in today's video, I would like to share with you tips that will help you with stepping out of your comfort zone. So my tip number one is to have a list of things that you feel really uncomfortable with doing. So step number one is just make a list, everything that you don't really want to be doing because it's scary, it's uncomfortable, you know you will not really do it. You'll do everything possible not to do it. So have that list first. The second thing is to rate those things from 0 to 10, 10 being most uncomfortable and, very, very scary, and 1, 0 being, not so scary. So list and rate those things, and maybe start with something that is on a scale 0 to 10, 0 or 1. So something that you're so uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. So you can start actioning those things that is all on a really low scale, 0 or 1, and start building it up. So that will help you with building your confidence. So slowly but surely you will start building and you will start stepping from your comfort zone. And I know some people who just want to jump in straight into it, and they will go with they will start actioning things with number 10 straight away. So it's really up to you. Do whatever thing is most beneficial for you and most helpful. So yeah, start doing that, and make sure you do one thing from your list a week. It depends obviously on how big the task is. So maybe break it down so you can actually do something once a week or more than once a week. The more you do it, the better it is. But make sure at least once a week you do something that that's actually encouraging you to stepping out of your comfort zone. And you can make this list related to starting your business or escaping 9 to 5. So what are the things that you feel uncomfortable doing that will help you with your transition from your 9 to 5 job to creating a business idea? So you can make this list really related to what you want to do. So step number 3 is think about your greatest achievements and note them down. Be clear about them, because it's a good chance that if you've achieved something in life, and I'm sure you have, that's because you stepped out of your comfort zone. So when you know and you're clear on your greatest achievements, again, that will give you confidence, and that will actually make you remember that in the past you did step out of your comfort zone, and this is what I've achieved, and it felt great. So that's my tip number 3. Tip number 4 is coach yourself. So first of all, you can get a coach to help you with that, but if not, you can coach yourself. So ask yourself questions like, what is the worst that could happen to you? By doing this, what is really the worst that could happen, and can you really survive it? Chances are that you can survive it. You can also start thinking more positively. So maybe instead of focusing on what could go wrong, think about, what's the best that could happen after doing this thing? How could this benefit me? And really, what is the disadvantage of not doing this thing as well? So you can start asking yourself this sort of questions. Tip number 5 is imagine you had a friend who really wanted to step out of their comfort zone, but they didn't know how to do it, and they come for an advice. What advice would you give them? So again, think about what advice you would give to your best friend and take that advice for yourself. And step number 6, which is most powerful for me, is imagine your ideal self and visualize. So let's say one thing on your list is that you hate networking events, you don't want to be going there, you don't want to be talking to people because you don't know them, you don't want to be exposing your business idea. So that terrifies you, this idea terrifies you. So just think how your ideal self would actually act in that situation. So how would you want your ideal self to act? And imagine yourself in that situation. Imagine yourself going into the room full of people. You feel confident because that's your ideal self, right? So you feel confident, you have confident posture, you're smiling, you're energetic. You're happy, you're approaching everyone, you're starting conversations, you confidently can talk about your business. Or you can smell maybe coffee, there's a coffee machine, there's alcohol, there's music, you know, what's the lighting in the room. So the more detail you have, the better it is, the more real it becomes, you know, what you're wearing, but how you're feeling. So really visualize the whole scenario, what can happen, you know, everything, you know, best outcome and your ideal self. So how you want to act in that situation. And visualize on a regular basis. Every day visualize that you're going to work, you're on the train, close your eyes, visualize it, really feel it, really step into that moment. That's why it needs to be really, really detailed. And the more you do it, the more confident you become more familiar. So when you actually put in that situation, you've already lived it in your head. You know what to expect, you know how to behave. It's not so scary anymore because you've lived it. It's not unknown, it's not unfamiliar, so you're ready to do it and ready to get it. So this was my last tip number 6. And also, you know, I'm doing some videos and I've been posting some videos about overcoming fear of failure. So fear of failure is attached to stepping out of your comfort zone thing, then I would encourage you to watch them because that can be really beneficial. So just to summarize, my 6 steps to help you with stepping out of your comfort zone is: number 1 is creating a list of things you don't want to do that are uncomfortable. Number 2 is rating the list on scale 0 to 10 and committing to do 1 action every week. Step number 3 is think about your achievements, your greatest achievements. Step number 4 is coach yourself. So I told you, like I gave you some sort of questions that you can be asking yourself. Step number 5 is giving advice to your friend, what sort of advice you would give them, and take that for yourself. And step number 6 is imagine how your ideal self would act and visualize yourself doing it in that particular situation. Okay, so in the next video I will tell you more about how you can maximize your time. So I'll see you in the next video and bye bye for now.